Um, Scored some really good tries. I'd like us to get to a stage where we're comfortable to score some bad tries because they're all worth the same. They don't know if to look so spectacular all the time. But credit to the guys, they've got a lot of skill and belief and they back themselves. Now we've just got to learn that some, crappy tries are just as good. But credit to the boys, first time all year I've had to give them a bit of a spray and a rocket. I give it to them at half time for about 30 seconds and I walked away and left it to themselves. So I'm really proud of that they know what our standards and expectations are. They know the sort of team we want to be. And they went out and delivered that in the second half without me having to tell them what was needed. So that's very comforting for me.
What did you put that first half performance down to?
I think effort was there, and I think we were physical, and I was on the back of it was a physical game last week. So sometimes it's hard to get yourself back up for that. And I thought we had plenty of energy, but just a little bit impatient. And at times I think we try too hard, or individually we try too hard.
They caused you a few problems, Salford, that first half.
Yeah, they done some good things actually. They got a couple of individuals there that were pretty good with the ball, and but again I think it's because just of our mentality around it. We thought we could just come and get some cheap tries, and but the thing about it is, we're sitting here and we're talking about a really good, strong performance in the second half, and we've learnt, we learnt from it.
Is that the sign of a good group, that they can work out what they need to do themselves?
Well, it's pleasing for me that I took a gamble and left it to them to sort it out. But I think that's just where the club's at. I think the guys understand the expectations of what's required from them. They understand what works for them. They believe in it because they went out and delivered it. So that's pleasing. Yeah.
A number of second half highlights. Alfie Edghill with a hat trick.
Yeah, it's good for him. You love stories like that because he's had a really good pre-season. Then he got that training injury with a broken jaw, and it just sort of set him back months and months. And then he had a shoulder injury and he come back, but because he's just a good tough kid, he persisted. And then when he got his opportunity, he was ready for it. He was a good team squad member all the way through. Didn't whinge or moan about it. Missing out. Just knew that at some stage a chance might be available, and he was going to make the most of it. And he's done that.
I think a first try for the club for Cooper Jenkins tonight as well.
Yeah, that's good for him. He's pretty happy with that.
And Presley Cassell on debut tonight. How did
he was good. He carried the ball strong. He's got good late feet, and he troubled the defensive line a couple of times and got us a few 6 to go. So he showed that the only way these guys get experience is by just throwing them out there. We can do as much work as we like at training, but and often you've got to try, and if you can, depending on the situation, is give them some back-to-back games so they just get used to it. Game here or there, it's really hard for them to get the hang of it.
Thanks, Brad.
No worries.
Conceded one try, Brad. Were you as surprised as everybody else in the ground when that was given?
Well, there was no try originally, was it? Yeah, it's a pretty tough decision to overturn that. We have to get them right because it might cost a team a game. And then I even think the high tackle that we challenged with James Bentley, he didn't hit anyone, make contact with anyone in the head. I have to get those decisions right, otherwise there's no point having a video ref.
Did everyone get through healthy? I know it's very, very early, but there's no obvious
I think so,
injuries.
yeah. But look, I think so. But last time I said that, we had Tom Holroyd, with a broken hand. So, but at this stage, Cameron's carrying a bit of a back issue. So if we get him through another week, and then we get the week off, that'll help him. But I think we're all right.
And it's a short turnaround, obviously, to a Thursday night game. So how does that affect your preparations?
Well, we've had a few short turnarounds. It's just about making sure the boys recover well, and because we've had a real run of 7-8 games, of big games and physical games. So it's just about making sure we recover well, and like I said, at least I'm pleased that we know what works for us and how we need to play. So there's not a lot of work we should have to worry about doing during the week. We'll still have our main session on Monday, and have a bit of intensity around it for a small period.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.
Brad, Jake Connor was outstanding again tonight. What are you doing around him that's giving him that platform to be so consistently good? That we all know he can be brilliant, but to be doing it, he's doing it so often for you. What have you done?
I was pretty firm with him during the week and challenged him around a few things, and Jake knows where he sits with me in terms of what we say every week, but we've had some big games and he needs to deliver all the time if he wants to go to that next level, because he's capable of it. He needs to deliver it all the time, especially when we're under pressure.
Are you happy with the progress he's made?
Yeah,
in
yep.
6 months?
But still, and he'll be in agreement with this. I still think he's got more in him, and he needs to if he wants to go to that next level. He needs to have more in him.
Can you see why he's had the career he's had? It's been very up and down.
Oh, look, I don't know much. I don't want to make comment on that because I'm not, privy to everything that he's done over his career. All I know is, and all I'm going to judge him on is what he's doing for us at the moment and my dealings with him. Like I said, he's getting close, but he's still, when he can dominate week in, week out, regardless of the situation, that's when I know he's getting to his best.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
Thank you.